joining us for our final episode for today. We are on the case of the the Phantom Thief of 1,000 Faces, trying to steal the Lapis Maiden. We shall move on now and try to figure out exactly what his next move will be. Lewinhart.
What was that terrible explosion coming from the beach? Is everyone safe?
Fear not. The fiend's artless attempt on my life it has been thwarted. Sadly, your food supply did not escape unscathed. Master Gugurima bids that the damaged ingredients be replaced with all speed.
Good gods! This is no thief, this is a madman! As for replacing the ingredients, I fear that will prove a difficult task. Those crates contained imported vegetables of considerable rarity, you see. Vegetables that are in a particularly short supply these days. What with the mandragoras at large, even if I were to replace the order immediately, it would likely take days to arrive.
The mandragoras? I have heard that they fell of that fell band. Tell me, what manner of vegetables did they steal?
The rarest was an import from the Far East. I do not recall the name, but it very closely resembled the Eorzean dragon pepper, save for its color, which was a deep purple. Methinks you dost worry too much, Master Lewinhart. Our course of action is clear. We need only storm into the den of these overgrown weeds and steal your precious purple dragon peppers right back. I would advise against that, Inspector. These are no ordinary mandragoras, but a rather bloodthirsty band of killers given succulent flesh. Even the brass blades of the jerba proved unable to resist them. Oh ho! A formidable foe indeed. Were only there a brave soul in our midst with a want for taking on fearsome enemies with not a shred of concern for her own well-being. Your eyes, friend, they speak to me. They say, yes, I shall vanquish these rogue vegetables and deliver the purloined goods back to their rightful owner. You are truly a godsend, adventurer. One Sundamal of the Yellow Jackets have been charged with defending the roads from the Mandragoras. If anyone would have knowledge of their current whereabouts, it would be him. Without those ingredients, Master Gugurimu is like to cook me instead. Please, friend, you're my only hope. A gentleman would never let a lady face danger alone. Let us away to Limsa together.
Alright. Our adventures with Hildebrand have taken us all around the world. It is time for us to go back to Limsa Lominsa, Lower Decks. Alright. Let's see here. They are just north of us here. Alright. You can Suntimal. If you've come for the Mandragoras, I fear you're half a bell too late, as were we. Blast it all. To hear the poor merchant tell it, no sooner had he opened his cargo hold to check on a shipment of vegetables than did an onion turn on him, screeching bloody murder. Fled his own vessel in sheer terror he did. By the time he came to his senses, it had set sail without him. The merchant left for Aleport, hoping to recoup his losses. If you mind to go after the culprit, you might lend an ear to his sad tale.
Is the thrill of the chase not invigorating, friend? The ferry, docked by the fisherman's bottom, will carry us to Aleport. Let us be swiftly on our way.
Okay. Alright. Aleport we go. I'm just gonna teleport there. I could take the ferry, but whatever. Ferris Alander bumps fists with the fledgling Dodo. Ferris Alander bumps fists with you. That's right, Dodo. Ferris, if you're ever watching this, hello. The Dodo appreciates the attention. Alright, so down here to the south we are going to find our Tiny Trader, is that its name? Alright, so you can be the Tiny Trader.
Don't sneak up on me like that. I thought you were a feral turnman, a murderous eggplant or something like that. Think I jest to ya? You'd be singing a different tune if you'd shot a tomato juice almost took out your eye, as it did mine. My eye! By the time I'd regained me wits, they'd already set sail with me shipping me livelihood. I'm ruined! Ruined! If I ever see another bleeding onion till the end of me days, it'll be too soon.
Alright, Seeds of Rebellion. The Tiny Trader would ask you to save the realm from a vegetal scourge.
To hear most say it, the Mandragoras are a nasty lot, a right pain in the arse to farmers and provisioners the realm over. But let me tell you, friend, that ain't the least of it. Freeing their fellow fronds from our larders and tables is but the beginning. The bulbous blackguards have a far grander scheme. Revolution. Madness, you say? Take a ferry to the Isles of Umbra and see with your own eyes. A veritable vegetable kingdom is where eggplants and turnips rule with an iron fist. This muscle-bound fellow with the dim expression, I could swear I've seen his face somewhere before. Bugger me, if it ain't the undead overlord what fancies himself a gentleman inspector. Which would make you... Aye, could it be? The adventurer what bested the thieving duelist in single combat?
Yes.
Well, bugger me and call me inspector. Tell me, is it true the duelist traveled with a demon bird whose crow could split the heavens? But that's neither here nor there. Look, I don't know about you, but I ain't so keen on the notion of calling a bloody tomato your grace. And that's exactly the fate we're in for if we don't nip this revolution in the bud, and I mean that literally. As we speak, the Mandragoras are planting themselves a whole army of their own kind on the Isles of Umbra. You'd be doing the whole realm a favor if you could go there and uproot them before the harvest comes. Many a case have I solved in my day, but I have not matched witch with a sentient plant life before. This should prove quite exhilarating. To the Isles of Umbra.
Alright, so we're gonna go to the Isles of Umbra. We're headed for the Isles of Umbra. You coming along? Alright, here's a Mandragora bud. It's been a while since we've been on this island. Piamet, you get to voice the next Mandragora. You feel a hostile gaze upon you. If you look up here, this is the Ferris Lighthouse. It's been a while since we were there as well. Okay, here's the second Mandragora. Very good. And Silly can voice the third Mandragora. You feel a hostile gaze upon you. Mandragora's bud.
They don't plant in a very organized manner.
They do not. You feel a hostile gaze upon you. Reclaim the stolen foodstuffs. Alright, so that should be just over here. Look, there's Hildebrand.
Good.
Friend, my pursuit of the Mandragoras has led me beneath the surface. Yes, they must be down here. Somewhere.
Commence the Mandragoras. The Mandragoras, sensing weakness in the realm following the calamity, 5 rogue vegetables, well, technically 4 and a fruit, have risen up to rid the land of all the meat, including you. Cool off the Mandragoras before their verdant insurgence gain steam. If you recall, these guys were in Final Fantasy XII. Shit.
I distinctly remember having trouble with this.
I don't remember which one to kill, so... I think it's the queen you're supposed to kill first. Oh shit, you know that. Okay, I guess the Tomato King is the one that wants to die next. Garlic Jester, I guess. Oh, he's got a buff on him. I'm gonna knock that off of him. Heirloom Scream. So assholes like to run around a lot, but they're not that tough. Put some dots on them. Let's do her down. Teary Twirl. See you later. Reclaim the stolen foodstuffs from the Mandragoras. Too silly.
Impeccably fought, my friend. I only wish I could have seen the battle with my own eyes. You may go on ahead to Costa del Sol. I shall be along as soon as I extricate myself.
Okay. Gonna teleport back to Costa del Sol now. Alright, so with that said, we gotta go over here. That's right, we just fought the Mandragora family from Final Fantasy XII. Nice random cameo they had here, which is kind of cool. Sounds like somebody's shaking a maraca. I guess somebody is. Oh. We're gonna talk to Hildebrand first, and then we'll talk to Leonard.
What took you so long, friend? The Isles of Umber are but a short sprint away. I trust you have brought along the goods we so bravely reclaimed. If you return, I fear you might end up a tasty snack for the crazed head of cabbage.
Stolen foodstuffs. Foodstuffs pilfered from the stores in Costa del Sol.
The stolen foodstuffs. You've saved my hide today. Oh, but I must see if those purple dragon peppers are intact. Master Gugurumu is quite particular about his seasonings.
That's you, Behemoth.
Oh, can I come too? I've never seen a purple dragon pepper before.
That wild vegetable chase was a pleasant diversion, but it is time we return to the case. Now, there must be some clue that yet eludes us.
That's you, Behemoth.
The peppers have changed color.
What's this? Peppers that possess the same powers of disguise as our many-faced foe? A gentleman must needs investigate.
A striking shade of blue, quite far from the purple that Master Leonard described. Perhaps we recovered the wrong crate?
But look here, Inspector. The crate is clearly marked for Costa del Sol. How curious.
Did I say purple? I meant a purplish blue, or a bluish purple. The two colors are really quite similar when you think about it.
These peppers have a most distinctive hue. No man could reasonably mistake it for any shade of purple. Unless, of course, he was wearing a very particular sort of eyewear at the time. Ha! The charade is up! After the man.
It is as I suspected all along. The goggles have proved the key to cracking the case. With speed, Nashu, the fiend must be brought to justice.
Mute yourself if you're gonna type.
Oh, sorry, shit.
The dodo just spawned over there. Alright, we gotta go north. So, to the north here, we find nothing. Nothing at all. Oh, there's Leonard. You can run, but you cannot.
Ha ha ha! If you thought you could outsprint this Manderville man, you were sorely mistaken. For pilfering a priceless braid, threatening a maiden's virtue, and untold crimes against the law-abiding citizens of Eorzea, I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, hereby place you under arrest.
Done in by a snipper. A fitting end for an ignoble thief. Let us see what lies behind the mask.
Ugh. Where am I? Who who are you? Ha! Playing the fool will avail you not. I suggest you come willingly. A gentleman is not given to violence, but should you attempt to resist, I disavow responsibility for any shattered skulls and broken bones. Wait, I remember now. I was on my way to meet with Miss Arabella when... Miss Arabella, I must find her at once. Ugh, my head.
It would seem that this man wears no mask. This is the true Leonard.
I swear on my life that it is so. I was en route to the estate in Wineport when one of the brass blades on patrol approached me. We exchanged greetings, and in the next instant he turned on me. I fought desperately to defend myself, even managing to drive a kitchen knife into the man's right hand. In the end, though, he proved too strong for me.
That you, Behemoth.
Now that you mention it, the imposter was wearing gloves. I knew there was something suspicious about him.
There is still time before the banquet begins. Knowing our quarry, he has doubtless already assumed a new identity. And yet, he could not have foreseen this turn of events. It is unlikely that he had time to thoroughly research his new target. Most importantly, we now know that the thief suffered a wound to his right hand. We need simply to return to Costa del Sol and examine the hands of all present.
An excellent plan, Inspector. While you do so, we shall accompany Lewenhard back to the estate, that we might ensure Miss Arabella's safety.
I have found you, my little ones. Let me guess. You seethed with anger at those who took from you what was yours. That'll be you, silly.
Then it would appear our goals are in accord. Make for Costa del Sol and await my orders. When the time is right, revenge will be ours. Yours. The game is afoot, inspectors. Now, what mask shall I wear to the ball?
What mask indeed. Alright, let's speak with Arabella in Wineport. Alright. Speak to Hildebrand first.
Do I dream? But I must, for such beauty could not be of this world. A gentleman's heart swoons.
And this is Piamet. Silly farce, though.
Miss Arabella, what are you doing out here? You must return to the estate at once.
Oh, Lewin, always the warrior. Your concern is touching. But I am a woman grown. Besides, I just wanted to see the flowers.
Lovely though these flowers may be, they are as unsightly weeds when measured against your beauty. I am Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Please, call me Hildy.
The pleasure is mine, my lord. Much have I heard of your deeds. Tell me, are these rumors of a many-faced thief true?
I fear they are, Miss Arabella, but still your gentle heart. For as long as Hildebrand is on the case, the fiend shall not lay a twisted finger upon you. This I swear on the Manderville name.
The gods smile on me indeed. To send such a strong and handsome gentleman as my champion. And yet... You seem pensive, milady. Is something the matter? To tell the truth, this marriage has been arranged against my wishes. I do not love Vance. Why, I have not even met him. He sent me this clasp as a betrothal gift. A treasure for my treasure, wear it always. The message said, I do not care how beautiful it is. It might as well be a golden shackle.
That's too silly.
Miss Arabella, you must not say such things. An arranged marriage to a youth you have not even met? Unconscionable.
Father says that this marriage must happen, that it is for the future of the family trade. Spoken like a true old dame, but if I may be bold, milady, would I be correct in assuming that you and your father are not related by blood? Quite so. Father found me amongst the beggars on Pearl Lane when I was just a babe. He took me in and raised me as his own. He took Lowen in as well, though as a servant rather than son. You may think father a cold and miserly man, but to me he is the man who gave me warmth and hope when I had none. I will learn to love Vance, even if that will make father happy.
You cannot be serious, Miss Arabella. You are a beautiful young woman with your whole life ahead of you. Surely you would not have to look far to find a gentleman with whom you would rather spend the rest of your days?
If I have to spend another hour with you, I'm like to lose my wits. But anyway, we should return to Coastal Sol and see how the inspector's investigation fares. I as well must prepare for the banquet. Farewell, friends.
Seeds of Rebellion. Alright. Talk to Arabella.
I must return to the estate to prepare for the banquet. Till we meet again, friend.
And Hildebrand. A case of indecency. With a maiden's virtue hanging in the balance, Hildebrand must hasten back to Costa del Sol.
We've not a moment to lose, friend. The time of our final confrontation with the fiend is nigh. Our foe has doubtless assumed a new identity. But have no fear. Upon our return to Costa del Sol, I shall employ the time-tested Manderville art of parley to cut through the fiend's flimsy facade. 'Tis an art that I would impart to you as well, friend. Though there will be time enough for that once our foe is in shackles and Miss Arabella is safe. No doubt it shall prove as invaluable in your endeavors as it has in my investigations. Or, failing that, serve to entertain you when you have nothing better to do. But I digress. A gentleman must away to Costa del Sol. The fair maiden's life hangs in the balance. Nashu, Miss Ellie, with me!
There's actually a mini game in our house called Parlay that you can play. I have no idea how it works.
Oh yeah, I made that.
It's very difficult to play. I don't understand it at all, but I've tried it.
Indeed, it is a very strange game. Alright, so let's talk to Hildebrand and then Briarden. Too silly.
That fellow under the table looks terribly suspicious. Inspector Briarden, I have seen to the maiden's safety. Miss Arabella will be along soon. How fares your investigation?
I've canvassed the grounds, and none of the guests are concealing their hands. How can this be? The thief must be somewhere. That's you, Peanut.
Miss Arabella just left her estate out here. I suppose we'll find out soon enough if your beauty is truly a match for our own.
There's no time. Without the thief in custody, we cannot risk allowing Miss Arabella to take the stage.
But Inspector Vance and his family will not take kindly to his betrothed's absence.
That is nothing of my concern. Besides, doubtless the inspector here will think of something. That's you.
Me? What do you propose?
You're the expert at creating diversions. Can't you knock something over, blow something up, or the like? You know, like you always do.
Inspector Briarden, I knew the day you would come that you recognized my many talents. Worry not about Master Vance. Yes, for the sake of the maiden, a gentleman will do what must needs be done.
The poor sop lacks even the wits to know when he's being insulted. Now, the task at hand. We must find a way to conceal Miss Arabella's true identity.
Not far from here are the servants' quarters. There should be a change of clothes lying about.
Perfect. Miro, find some suitably ordinary garb and deliver it to Miss Arabella outside the gates. I shall proceed with the investigation. Alright. Hildebrand says,
Leave the betrothed and his family to me, my friend. Master Vance will not suspect for a moment that aught is amiss.
and Briarden. Find some inconspicuous garb from the servants' quarters and deliver it to Miss Arabella outside the gates. I shall proceed with the investigation. Alright, let's go to the servants' quarters. Alright, manor retainer. This is a lady.
Has the Lapis Maiden arrived yet? I simply must look upon her beauty for myself. Servant's garb, you say? I much prefer what you're wearing, but we certainly have enough rags to go around. Here you go. Do with one as you will.
Alright. Now we'll go give them to Lady Arabella outside the gates. There's not really any gates. I mean, there's these two, like, turrets around, but... And here's Lady Arabella.
Greetings, friend. Oh, what's this you have for me?
Servant garb, sewn in a competent fashion by a reasonably talented tailor using materials of satisfactory quality. These garments have been kept in acceptable shape for more than likely commanding an average to fair price at the market.
Servant's garb? But why?
Miss Arabella, with the thief still at large, the risk of letting you be seen is too great. Change into those clothes and promise that you will not leave my sight.
But the ceremony. Father will be furious, and Lord Vance.
We are dealing with a man who tried to blast me to the heavens and almost succeeded. We cannot exercise enough caution. As for the ceremony, I have entrusted the matter to a certain gentleman. You need only concern yourself with your own safety.
We should do as the inspector says, Miss Arabella. Your life is more important than this marriage, or whatever profits your father stands to gain from it.
Lowen, if Father heard you say such things.
I should have said them long ago. By not doing so, I have put your life in danger. But besides, we have not one, but two skilled inspectors on the case. It will not be long until the fiend is brought to justice.
Very well. I shall retreat to the carriage. Pray wait for me here. My apologies for the delay. What should I do with my banquet dress, Inspector?
Miro, bring Miss Arabella's dress to the bumbling inspector. I dare not speculate as to how he intends to see to his task, but I would imagine he requires all the help he can get. Now, let us return before the festivities begin. Alright. This is leading up to the conclusion of today's stream. We're just going to finish off this quest before we are done. Talk to Briarden and then Hildebrand. You will not elude me this time, fiend.
Ah, you return. Me? I was in the act of formulating a master plan to distract Master Vance at the ceremony. Is there aught I might do for you?
Breathtaking dress, an expertly tailored dress certain to make eyes bulge and hearts stop.
Why, this is Miss Arabella's dress. I must admit to some confusion as to what to do with it. But worry not, I shall take it into safekeeping.
Still you.
And with that, I must attend to Master Vance before the ceremony begins. Worry not, friend. I assure you that Inspector Briarden and I have the situation entirely under control. Why not find yourself a seat and enjoy the festivities?
Alright, let's go and take a seat right here. Curses! How am I supposed to find my man with all these people milling about? Friends, family, business associates, 'tis an honor and a pleasure to welcome one and all to Costa del Sol for today's feast, co-hosted by the Bruguer Consortium and the East Eldenard Trading Company. That's you, baby.
We trust that you've been enjoying fine food, fine spirits and profitable conversation.
The Lapis Maiden! If even half the tales of her beauty are true, Vanes is the luckiest bastard in the realm. A sec. Yolto Noto, Say Nana. Honored guests, it is a great pleasure to announce the betrothal of my son, Vanes, future chair of the Bruguer Consortium, to Arabella, daughter of Master Gugurimu of the East Eilner Trading Company. The couple would exchange their eternal vows ere today, that the happiness that theirs may usher in a new era of prosperity for one and all. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present my son's lovely bride, the Lapis Maiden, whose beauty minstrels will sing of for ages to come. Damn you, Hildebrand Manaville, you had one job!
She's beautiful.
She's silly.
Were the rabble expecting otherwise? She is my bride, after all. Milady, they say your beauty transcends even the boundaries of time. When we are wed, you will want for nothing. Pray, give your hand unto me. My sun and stars, yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. I am yours, and shall be forevermore. What have you done with my bride, you cross-dressing deviant?
Oh, not quite what I had intended, but I suppose it serves our purposes.
Fear not, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Arabella is safe and sound. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have but assumed the maiden's appearance to ensnare the vile fiend who would take aim at her life. The fiend who now lies defenselessly before me. The game is up, Vanus, or shall I call you by another name, the Thief of Many Faces? But me, the thief? Are you mad? It appears that my masterful deductions have proved beyond the grasp of your mind. Very well, allow me to elucidate. While there is not a soul in the realm who has not heard the tales of Miss Arabella's beauty, there are but 2 men here in Costa del Sol who had gazed upon her lovely visage before today. Her father, Gugurimu, and her steward, Lewinhart. As you yourself admitted on multiple occasions, Master Fans, you were to have your first glimpse of your bride-to-be today. Consider, in this light, would you not say your reaction upon seeing my face was most unnatural? Who else could see through my ingenious disguise? Who could know at a glance that I was not the fair maiden? None save you, ye 1,000 faces.
And anyone else with half their wits about them.
How dare you make a mockery of my wedding day? Guards! Arrest that pervert at once! Lock him up in a jail and throw away the key! Arabella! Oh, thank the gods you're safe. Come with me quickly. There's a dangerous madman about. Ah.
A glove on his right hand! Could it be? The man is a fool, but it would have behooved you to listen to him. Alas, you did not, and what is yours is now mine. That's the thief! Stop wasting your time with the imbecile and arrest him!
You came all this way. For me? You love me. You really, really love me.
The attention is most flattering, but I have taken what I have come for, and now I must away. My lords, my ladies, till we meet again.
I hear that the real Vance was found bound and gagged in a storage room. Truly, Miss Arabella, I am sorry. For what, milady? The banquet was more exciting than I could have ever hoped for. Vance and his father were furious, of course, and our marriage has been called off. But perhaps it is for the best. I would find my own way to make Father happy by living my life as I would live it. Inspector Hildebrand, who taught me... It is you, Inspector Hildebrand, who taught me this lesson. For the love of the gods, somebody find him a change of clothes. But one thing still puzzles me. The thief's challenge said he would steal the Lapis Maiden's virtue, yet in the end, he only took her neck piece.
Now that you mention it, Master Gugurimu told me about the clasp when it first arrived. Engraved with the mark of the Sun Goddess, it is one of the most treasured pieces from the Bruguiere collection, known by many as Azima's Virtue.
The maiden's virtue indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take extra care to read between the lines.
Over here, Inspector. It says her made you look.
The fiend plays us for fools! Give me that at once! When next we meet, I shall come to claim the victor's spoils. Another riddle. If nothing else, it appears the thief has abandoned any foolish notions of my assassination. Still, we must ever be on guard. The fiend attempted murder once, and he may very well do so again.
But verily, Inspector, I must agree. One can never be too wary when dealing with a murderer.
Hear me, man of 1,000 faces! You sealed your fate when you called me up by name. Mark my words, when next we meet, you will be mine.
Yes, it was the Phantom Thief who was to blame for that bomb. Truly, verily, indubitably the Phantom Thief. Most certainly. Ha 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 ha! Ha ha ha!
Why does Nashu have the onion, Prince? A case of indecency. You have unlocked the Parlay minigame. Entertain yourself as many a Manderville man has before you by opening the toy chest in any inn room. To the victor goes the priceless treasure! While the smile of a champion holds secrets untold, are 8 legs better than 2? Can a Manderville man triumph over terrors and win the day? Hildebrand will return in The Colosseum Conundrum.